This is Tuesday Night Live with Pastor Roy Marcellus, where we talk about finance, career, relationship, family, and everything in between so you can live a purposeful life.
Well, welcome to Tuesday Night Live with Pastor Roy. If this is your very first time joining in, welcome. If you don't know what Tuesday Night Live is all about, well, let me tell you what it's all about. Every Tuesday night, I will come to your home and I will go live and bring you topics that are so relevant and answering the real life question that you may have. And we want to package it in the most clear and practical way possible, applying both faith and wisdom in your daily life. We'll talk about a lot of things, real stuff. We'll talk about money, we'll talk about career, we'll talk about promotion, we'll talk about relationship and all that stuff, okay? And if you're blessed, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to thank you if you can subscribe, like, and share this content to your friends, to your partner, to listening, and I'm sure it's going to be a blessing for them. I just want to say thank you for those who have shared all these contents, who's telling your friends about it and tagging your friends, tagging your family in the last 3 segments. You know what? What you did really encouraged me. You know what? This contents have blessed 3,300 people across all platforms just under 3 weeks. So keep it up. Amen. Thank you. And I want to let God have all the glory. My heart is simply, we want to see all our leaders, all our members, and their friends and family master their future when it comes to life and when it comes to finance. Okay, let's dive right in, shall we? Now, have you ever asked this question? If you've been working at the same job, same role for some time, and you wonder, when am I going to get my promotion? Everybody else seems to get it, but I continuously missed it, okay? Or you're probably about to make a jump for a job outside. You're thinking of it. You're in seek.com, you're looking for it and things like that, okay? And you're asked the question, how can you best position yourself to get that next jump? Let me tell you, you are in the right place, okay? And let me tell you, you're not alone. According to the Bureau's Labor Statistics, the average worker currently holds 10 different jobs before the age of 40, okay? That's one job every 2 years. Okay, so if you can only make, so another question, another way of seeing it is, if you can only make 10 steps, how can you make that 10 steps count? Okay, and last but not least, maybe, just maybe, you're in a stage of life where you really hated your job, but you don't want to make that jump. Okay, you're afraid because you've convinced yourself that maybe, just maybe, that this is the best you can do. Tonight is your night. Tonight, let's dive in right away, shall we? All right. Okay, before I start, I just want to share with you that I've been in both sides before. In the first 10 years of my life, I've been sending resumes. I've been going to interviews. I've been taking all the rejections. But in the last 8 years, I've been in the receiving end as a sales director of one of Australia's biggest property developer. I've been receiving hundreds resumes, hundreds of interviews. So I want to share this thought that I have in my heart from my personal life testimonies. Okay, are you ready? Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Are you ready? So good. Now, your question is, how can I best set myself up for the next promotion this year? Okay, or how can I best set myself up for the next jump in my career in the next 12 months? Okay, I want to share 3 things from my life. And the first point is, chase relationships. Job will begin to chase you. Chase relationship. Job will begin to chase you. You know, landing your next job or promotion is more who you know than what you know. Yep, you heard it right. You know what? I got my first job in Aztec Information System because a good friend of mine called Ersan put a good word for me to the CEO. And I got my third job as National Foods because my old client at Aztec called Darren Wheeler, thank you Darren, moved to National Foods and she put a good word for me for the director at National Foods and I got the job. And I got the job at Crown Group simply because the CEO saw the potential in me when we built the church together. Let me tell you this thing. What you know is the thing that allows you to keep the job. But who you know is always the thing that gets you the job in the first place, okay? Or get you the promotion in the first place. So I'm gonna give you this one habit that a mentor of mine have passed to me, and it's been a game changer for my life. Are you ready for this? Okay, listen to this. Schedule one catch-up per week with a person that is already ahead of you. One person a week, okay? This person could be from different industry, different companies, different team, I don't care. As long as he or she is ahead of you when it comes to career, investment, role, work ethic, you can learn from him or her, okay? So let me tell you, in my days of Aztec, I have lunch with managing director, I've lunch with my CEO, I've lunched with my clientele, Barsdorf, Nestle, Woolworths, Franklin, Super IGA, the national buyers, the junior buyers. I've lunched with them. And a lot of people often ask me, Roy, why are you having lunch with such senior people? Who are you, right? That's what most people got it wrong. These people, senior people or mentor, they love to mentor younger generation. And when it comes to your promotion, they'll remember you and they will not remember them. Okay, I want to share you my life testimony when I was in Aztec Information System. 6 months after I came in, I basically have lunch with my director, my CEO, and I just basically tell them that I would love to be qualified for the next promotion. And a lot of people even shocked and said, hey, you are 6 months young and I've been 15 years here. But let me tell you, I didn't get the job at the first time and people laugh at me. See, I told you, you shouldn't do that. That's impolite, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you one thing. 3 months straight after that lunch, that director came up to me and said, hey, I remember, Roy, that you're interested in this and you said that you're up for this. And I can see that you're a good worker, so I want to give you this chance. Every colleague look at me, jaw drop. How could you do that? Well, let me tell you what I did. I scheduled 1 week, one person, one mentor a week, and I have lunch with them. And I can hear your question. What are you going to talk about? I'm Asian. Oh, I don't know what to talk about. I'm a bit awkward when it comes to those kind of lunches and catch up. Let me tell you. I'll give you one question, and this question I use all the time. To my clients, to my mentor, I use all the time, and I use this question. Listen to this. I ask them, hey, I can see that you've already made it in life. I can see that you're successful in your career and you're young. I can see that you are very strong in management. I can see that you are whatever, okay? And be genuine. Just tell them as it is. And just be humble and ask, I want to learn from you. I'm still a new kid on the block and I want to learn from your success and your failure, and tell me, how did you start at first? Let me tell you, that question alone will break every single thing, break every ice, and then people would love telling their own stories and just have follow-up question. Oh, really? That's awesome. No problem. And then close it with this question, okay? If you have one key qualities that you want in your team, at your side, what would that be? Okay? That's it. And then don't take any more of their time. Just basically thank you for your time. I know that you're busy. I really appreciate it. And I've learned so much from this. Thank you. And yeah, simple. Pay for the lunch and go back to your desk and work. Let me tell you, you do this regularly. It's the easiest way to learn. It's the easiest way to spread your personal branding. And also it's the easiest way to actually build your confidence around more senior people. Okay? Do this regularly. Do this intentionally, and your promotions will come faster than you could ever imagine. Okay, you blessed so far? All right, point number 2. Chase excellence. Promotion will chase you. You know what? When it comes to promotion in your job, you won't get your promotion through nagging. Oh my God, stop nagging. When am I going to get my promotion? When am I going to get my pay rise? Stop it. Promotion only follows excellence and competence. That's it. Promotion only follows when you do above and beyond what you are contracted or employed to do. You know what? Promotion doesn't follow how long you've been in the company. Breaking news, okay? Promotion only follows excellence. So instead of asking your boss for promotion, listen to this, ask for more responsibilities. Hey, I've done my task. Is there anything else that I can help you with? Okay? Ask that regularly, and promotion will chase you. You know, the Bible even says that excellence will always open its door. Proverbs 22 verse 29 says, do you see a man skillful in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before ordinary, obscure men. Think about that. You know, when I remember one day when I was working at National Foods, I was an assistant business manager. I was quite junior, assistant business manager, and they gave me one of the hardest category to manage, which is cheese. Why? Let me tell you why. Because in one of the tasks is to forecast your, it's a logistic, it's a forecasting manufacture. How much do you need to manufacture for specific promotion? And with cheese, if you missed it, there will be a lot. If you forecast too high, they're gonna go two ways. Millions of dollars go to waste. And then because with cheese, they have a very short shelf life. Okay, and if you do it too low, forecast it too low, you need time to make those batches of cheese. Okay, and everybody accepted in the industry that's the hardest. So do your best, and if there is missing here and there, don't worry about it. We know it's the hardest. Okay, but instead of surrendering, I actually use the skill set that I have in asset and information system as a market research and data analyst, and I built from scratch a tool called forecasting tool that right now is still being used by the company, right? From scratch. So I use 6 years or 5 to 6 years data, and I built them from scratch, and I presented. One day I remember I presented to the national buyers of Woolworths, the junior guy, assistant business manager, dealing with the national buyers of Woolworths. And let me tell you, the moment I presented it to him, his jaw drops. Why? Because it actually can save millions of dollars in long term, both for National Foods and both for Woolworths and Coles. And let me tell you, I remember one day he invited us and invited the whole team of forecaster of cheese industries in Woolworths, and they said, you guys sit down and listen to this guy. And I was literally 25 years old guy, fat, and I was there and I was presenting it. Let me tell you, when it comes to promotion, okay, chase excellence and promotion will chase you. You know, Zig Ziglar actually say this quote, live in such a way that if someone should speak badly about you, no one would believe it. So please, come on time, dress to kill, and always do above and beyond your duty. You will stand before kings, and you will never stand before ordinary men. Okay? All right, number 3. Everybody shout number 3. Okay, last point. Chase learnings. Money will begin to chase you. Okay? Prioritize learning over quick money. For those of you who don't know me, my bachelor degree was not sales or marketing. My bachelor degree was IT. You know, right? It's got nothing to do with what I do now. But let me tell you, that's what is called life, okay? So my first professional job was asset information system. I was a data analyst. Let me tell you what data analysts do. Literally, it sounds brilliant, but what you do is you just analyze charts, next, and that's it. My salary was $33,500 per year. I was so dead poor, okay? So now all my colleagues just jump to client side and double their salary. I just want double my salary. I just want it quick. But I felt in my heart that I need to learn more and deeper when it comes to this market research industry. No. I need more of this learning. So instead of moving to client side, I moved to Nielsen, which is the competitors. They're bigger, so they're more global. So they trained me. They gave me bigger client, bigger exposure. So I stayed there. So in the market research industry for 7 years. Yeah, 7 years. And the moment I make my first move to client side, I practically triple my salary. Okay. Yes, I was quite late. They moved after 3 years. I moved after 7 years. But instead of doubling, I tripled them. Why? Because I brought so much expertise that makes me easier to be a superstar at National Foods. you know. So had I jumped too early, my life story would be very, very different now. Okay, so young guys, prioritize learning, especially when you are under 32, 35. Just prioritize, focus on learning. What can you learn? What can you grow? Don't worry when other people are ahead of you or faster than you. Your time will come. Okay, if you do these three things, chase the relationship, chase the learning, and chase the excellence, nobody can stop you. I'm going to close this with my personal story. Okay, I'm going to be vulnerable to you. You know, when it comes to getting your promotion, the only person that mostly stopping you to get it is yourself. Me, myself, and I. Okay, I tell myself that maybe this is the best thing that I can do in life. Okay, I remember when I was in Aztec, I saw this guy that works beside me, and his name was Kurt Peterson. Let me tell you, he was handsome. He got a perfect hair, perfect teeth, perfect face, and he can sell, man. He can sell. He can close deals, right? And here I am, Indonesian, Asian, and I use my shirt two size too big. I don't know. I don't know any style, and I bought it from Lowe's, and it was green. I remember it was blue and it was pink. Yep, I was ready for audition for Teletubbies. Let me tell you, okay. And I convinced myself, who am I and how? I'm not gonna get there. I will never get there. This is already good for me, okay. Until one day, a mentor of mine, Iwan Sunito, told me and stretched me, and he called me one day and he said, "Roy, how much is your salary?" And I began to ask myself, you can ask anything else, but not my salary. But I gathered my courage and I basically said 33,500. Before you judge me or anything like that, this is already the best I can do. Why? Because my friend is still working in calls. This friend is still, it's already fast. God has been blessing me so much. And you know what my mentor did? Instead of encouraging me, he said this. I remember this conversation, and he said, you know, Roy, my receptionist earns double than you, and she works only 6 months into the job. She's already got double than your salary. That moment is like a slap in my face. It was so embarrassing. I cried like a baby. But let me tell you, that's what mentor is there for, is to stretch you, is to push you, it's challenge you, because they believe that you are more than what you believe. He got more faith. Sometimes they got more faith than the faith that you got in yourself. Okay? To cut the story short, that phone call is the thing that makes me land the job in Nielsen, because I don't care how many rejection, I will get that job. And then straight after that, from 33,500, I jumped to Nielsen, I got 75,000. And then from Nielsen, I got National Foods, I got 98,000. And then after that, I moved to Crown Group, where I literally, not quadruple, but I actually 5 times that salary, okay? So, but all that begins with that phone call. And let me tell you, and one day, I remember that I was driving my car in Harbour Bridge, and I thank God, thank you, Lord, for your blessing in my life and things like that. And guess who I saw? Driving next to me with the same convertible that he was driving probably about 8 years ago. There goes Kurt Peterson, okay? And I said, Kurt, do you remember me? I'm the ugly Asian that sits next to you. But let me tell you, his face give me that look, and that look is, who are you? You a weird guy. And then you just go, took off, right? So, but straight after that, tears began to flow in my cheek. And I basically said, God, thank you that you teach me to chase excellence over money, chase learnings over money, and chase relationship over anything. Because these 3 principles is the 3 principles that guide me to land those promotions and those jobs that I landed in my past life. So I want to encourage you. If you're right now and you're feeling discouraged, if you're feeling confused and things like that, I hope and I pray that this content will bless you and will charge you, will give you that slap in the face if you need it, that you can do this. You know, the person that often stop you to become who God wants you to be is basically yourself. You convince yourself that you can't do it. You can do it, that you are worth more than this. And with applying these 3 principles, you will get that promotion in the next 12 months. Okay? Well, that's all from my home. I hope you're blessed. If you're blessed, please like, subscribe, and tell all the cats, dogs, tell everybody, your family, that you think will be blessed from this. I'll see you next week. Next week is going to be awesome.